Switzerland has recently voted to ban full facial coverings in public places. Results showed that the vote in favor of the ban had succeeded with a slim majority of just 51.2%. Now, what does this mean for Muslims and Switzerland in general? Welcome back to FT Facts, guys. My name is Leroy Kenton, and in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the facts surrounding this. I'll be breaking down this episode into 10 sections, so be sure to watch until the end so you don't miss any information that I'm going to share with you guys. So starting off at number 10, this ban of face coverings did not actually just come out of nowhere overnight, but this was actually the result of years and years of debating. The proposal, strongly supported by Swiss People's Party, or the SVP for short, this party campaigned with slogans such as "Stop Extremism." And the Swiss government, though, had argued against the ban, saying that it was not really up to the state to dictate what women in Switzerland should wear. Now, this proposal was launched in 2016 by the Kenton Committee, and this committee is made up of numerous members from the Swiss People's Party. There have been other liberal politicians that have joined the campaign, all in the name of protecting female rights. When it comes to the country of Switzerland and how they operate a system of direct democracy, and this allows the vote to go ahead. So any topic can actually be put to a national vote as long as it gathers 100,000 signatures in supporting it. Official results showed that this measure to ban face coverings was passed by 51.2 to 48.8%. So you can see that there's a slim majority who supported it. It is surprising, though, that support for the ban grew to this extent when we consider the following information. According to the research done by the University of Lucerne in Germany, almost no one in Switzerland wears a burqa, and about 30 women wear the niqab. About 5% of Switzerland's population of a total of 8.6 million people are Muslim. So you can see that they are a very small minority, and even a smaller minority wear the face coverings that are being banned in this proposal. Now, for number 7, I want to get into the details of the ban. What does the ban actually entail anyways? Well, nobody would be allowed to cover their face completely in public, whether they're in the shops, whether it's a mall, or on the streets. But there are some exceptions, though, including places of worship. And now the proposal for the ban, however, does not specifically mention the terms burqa or niqab. And of course, these are face coverings that are traditionally worn only by Muslim women. The ban also does target protesters and rioters who wear ski masks. But despite this, the vote was commonly referred to as the burqa ban. As I mentioned, the government and parliament opposed the nationwide ban, and they have a counter proposal, and that is that people would be required to show their faces to the authorities if necessary for identification. For example, if you are at a border to travel, or if you get pulled over by a police officer, they need to know that who they're speaking to is the actual person. The government of Switzerland feels that this is a much better alternative than to just banning them completely. Moving on to number 5, the people of Switzerland, they're given a direct say in their own affairs because, like I mentioned earlier, the country does fall under a direct democracy system. They are regularly invited to vote on various different topics and issues in Switzerland, whether it's national or regional. And this is not the first time actually that Islam has been the center of a Swiss referendum. Back in 2009, many people might remember that citizens went against government advice and voted to ban the building of minarets. And this proposal was also put forth by the Kenton Committee and strongly supported by the SVP, which said that minarets were a sign of the Islamization of Switzerland. Now, continuing with number 4, how does this actually tie into the pandemic and wearing masks? Well, the proposal to ban the face coverings in Switzerland, they actually predate the coronavirus pandemic. Now, face coverings for health and safety purposes are actually allowed under this proposal. The face mask ban would prevent people from wearing ski masks in public, as well as coverings like the burqa and niqab. It will not, however, ban head coverings that still show a person's full face. So that is key to know, that it's not banning Muslim attire, it's strictly banning just full face covering. For fact number 3, one important thing to note is that this ban does not come into effect immediately. It has simply been an approved proposal. But officials have 2 years to write legislation to put this ban into effect, and from there, that's when it will be completely enforced. And although no specific face coverings were mentioned in the proposal, the SVP, they have said that their campaign was a war of civilizations, in which it was defending Switzerland against, and I quote, the Islamization of Europe and our country. Now, surprisingly, it was not just non-Muslims who had supported this ban. There were many in the Muslim community who supported the ban as well. Take, for instance, Imam Mustafa Mehmeti, and he told the BBC in an interview that he thought that the motivation behind the campaign was probably Islamophobic, but he did say that he ended up supporting the ban anyways because it could actually help to liberate women in Switzerland. Many other people from the Muslim community say that the full face coverings is not a must in Islam, so whether they ban it or not doesn't really make a difference. And the point I want to end off on is that this referendum outcome means that Switzerland will follow France, which banned wearing a full face covering in public back in the year 2011. But it's not just European countries that have banned full face coverings. There are currently 19 nations that have banned face coverings like the burqa, some of which are Muslim majority countries. Now, the list of the 19 nations include Austria, Denmark, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Tajikistan, Bulgaria, Cameroon, Chad, the Republic of Congo, Gabon, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Uzbekistan, Sri Lanka, Latvia, Switzerland, of course, and the Netherlands. However, the country of China has banned them in certain places, not a nationwide ban. All right, guys, this was a look at 10 facts surrounding Islam and Switzerland and the ban of face coverings. It seems like there's a lot of concern from certain countries that allowing face coverings could lead to more and more influence of Islam in controlling the nation. Unfortunately, though, as much as trains of thought like this may come from a place of protecting the current political and social structure of a nation, it often leads to unfair discrimination of minorities like Muslims, because if Islamization of a nation is being combated through banning certain things, then it's no surprise that Muslims would fear that their rights could slowly be taken away. I'm curious to know what you think about this, so definitely let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And if you're new here to FTD Facts, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified every time you post a new video. We talk about the world, the different countries, people, cultures, and religions. And if those topics interest you, definitely stick around, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode.